We hope you like a little country flair as we're in the great state of Texas for Week 7 action. A men's matchup in store as LA is taking on the New York Nitro. And a premier matchup to end the night at the HEB Center at Cedar Park. It's Logan Webber and Hagen Smith facing off against Taylor Crabb and Taylor Sander, a team that did take a loss. They went 1-1 in New York just 2 weeks ago. However, one of the best teams that you will see in the United States. Hi, everyone. I'm Cameron Irwin again alongside Rich Lamborn, the gold medalist. And this is a matchup that is supreme. When you look at Taylor and Taylor, a team that is a daunting task to have to face, what's your mindset in attacking them?
Well, we know about the serving that's going to be present in this match from both sides. And if you're the LA launch, that's priority number one, is attack New York with your serve. Hagen Smith has an absolute cannon from the end line, so that's going to be a big weapon for them. And then that kind of sets up everything else, right? The big block of Logan Webber at the net. The same is true on the other side, though. Sanders got to rely on his serve, and kind of that sets up their block and defense.
You can see Smith and Webber at the top of the order, currently 4-0. They have 2 weekends still to go. On the other side of the net for the New York Nitro, this will be their final 2 matches here in Austin, so still trying to get to that 6-2 mark, just like Crabb and Dahlhauser, who have finished out for the Palm Beach Passion. Again, just the top 2 are earning the bye into Chicago, and the top 6 are booking their trip to find the Pairs Championship. For the LA launch, the cup is also still up for grabs.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot to play for.
A look to the LA launch and trying to clinch that #1 spot. Logan Webber, 16 kills per match, and he's actually leading the field on the men's side.
That might be my favorite team picture of all time right there, the LA launch. Yeah, Logan has been very, very good at the net. I think that's been one of the major keys to their success here, the LA launch thus far in the season, is kind of the elevation of Logan Webber's game and the consistency of that game.
This is a team that feels like they're built for big moments. And they've got the smelling salts out apparently too.
I like it. I like it. Let's get ready to go, boys.
They're ready for a battle. A look now to Hagen Smith, stands at 6 foot tall out of UCLA, and his partner, just a bit taller, is Logan Webber at 6'7" from Michigan, of all places.
I feel like that's understated. I feel like he's bigger than 6'7".
I agree. I thought he was 6'8". We'll talk to Scotty about it. On the other side, it's Taylor Crabb and Taylor Sander, 2 AVCA Players of the Year from their indoor game, and also Olympians to boot. Taylor Sander, the 2-time Olympian from the indoor game.
Yeah, interesting to take note of that final statistic there. T. Crabb's hitting .444 in wins and hitting in just the low 300s in losses. So you have to think that that means he's got to be good offensively for them to beat this LA launch team.
Taylor Crabb is a master of misdirection. You're going to want to watch his route running as he's attacking, just 33 years of age and out of Honolulu, Hawaii. Third in digs per set, and his partner has climbed the ranks in almost every category you want as a blocker. Blocks, aces, and efficiency as an attacker. Standing at 6'5", it's Taylor Sander. We call him the Sandman.
Yeah, if you haven't seen him play, get ready for a treat. I mean, he's got to be the most dynamic athlete we have on the sand. The question mark for the Nitro is their consistency. They tend to be a little bit up and down. I mean, they put out more highlights than any duo in the league, but then they kind of have little lulls at times that confound those of us watching them at times.
Hagen Smith has been a monster from the service line. He's all mane and muscle. For a team that depends on their service pressure, not the start you're looking for.
No, it's going to be key to see who kind of finds that groove best between Hagen and Sander. Oh, wow. A bit of a late whistle there. Yeah, double called on the set. Have a look. Hagen set at UCLA in college, so that is pretty rare. It was a little bit late.
Well, and considering what we've seen throughout the evening, I'd say a really tight call.
Yeah, pretty tight, especially on the second point. You know, the standard gets established.
He replayed it on the Jumbotron here at the HEB Center. New York Nitro were just smirking, looking back at the board.
Yeah, they probably would agree that they got a freebie there.
Let's check in with Kevin Barnett.
Thanks, Cam. Talked to Logan Weber about the unique challenge of facing the Taylors, and the problem is they're so different as he goes up here against Taylor Sander. He said everything with Sander happens high up above the net, so you got to get up and get finished and be ready. Contrasting that with Taylor Crabb, he said he'll just dice you up. If you get up there too early, he's going to wait, he's going to delay, he's going to cut around you. So you have to come up a little bit later when you're facing Crabb. And he said you might see a lot more swing blocks when facing Sander. So he's got to be on his toes as to who's going to get the attacking opportunity.
It's a great call. Two opposing attackers with very different styles, both electric in their own right.
Yeah, absolutely. And it, you know, kind of another version of that is what you've got to face from a service reception standpoint. There's Taylor Sander with the stuff. You mentioned he's atop the leaderboard in that category. Yeah, we know about the bomb of a serve from Sander, but then Crabb just kind of dicing you up with his float serve. You can't ever really get comfortable as a receiver, and certainly that makes you uncomfortable as an attacker. Sander's up there patrolling.
As the double fingers and the, yeah, that's right, drifting around the edge.
I don't know what that means, that celebration.
I think the kids are doing it now.
Oh.
Crabb and Sander up early in the first set. Crabb knows better than most that that can change the stakes just playing to 15 points.
It is a different game. Obviously, we played a 15 in the third set right now, but the full match to 15, every point matters right out of the gate. There's no feeling each other out anymore. And what I've realized so far is that the team that gets that 2 or 3 point lead right away kind of wins the match. So it's going to be crucial to come out of the gates firing and get that lead early. There's no dilly-dallying and feeling each other out.
And that's right on the money for the New York Nitro. There is no feeling out anybody at the 5-1 mark in set number 1.
Well, let's see how prophetic T. Crabbs is out there. He said if you get a 3 or 4 point lead, that usually locks you up the set. Well, they're in that position here in the first.
A blistering block from Taylor Sander.
Yeah, if we get another look at it, it's just tremendous handwork from Taylor Sander at the net. He kind of right on Hagen's body and then drops those hands towards the line, knowing that Hagen likes that kind of cross-body swing from the left side.
That's 2 early blocks for the New York Nitro and Taylor Sander. Trying to find number 3, and it's a windmill dig. Taylor Crabb.
Oh, my goodness.
From the heavy stuff to the light stuff.
I mean, just the pirouette dig, perfection, and then just kisses it up over the top of Logan.
Get this guy some ballet shoes. Look at that.
Yeah, that touch is phenomenal on the finish. Yeah, this is why this team is so exciting to watch. Let's see if they can kind of maintain this level throughout.
Again, the LA Launch have not taken a loss this season. Currently 4-0, and they're big wins too over Olympic pairings and one of the greatest to ever play the game, Phil Dahlhauser.
Yeah, technically their schedule gets easier as we go into these final 2 weekends, but I don't know. Technically it doesn't mean a whole lot.
Got to clean up their game right now, but I don't know how you can do that against that. Is there anything you can do?
I mean, that's just a tremendous set from Taylor Crabb running through, because it's a good serve from LA. New York out of system there, meaning they're kind of less than comfortable, but man, the physicality on the side of New York just makes them so fun to watch, so difficult to deal with.
Tomorrow night at 10 Eastern, head out to Farmington, New Mexico, and catch the nation's top 18 U teams as they battle it out on the diamond. It's the Connie Mack World Series right here on CBS Sports Network. Woo, a little karaoke here. And, yeah. Austin, things do get a little weird. They do like their live music.
They do like their live music. I'm not sure that this is the pinnacle of what Austin has to offer, but she's having a good time, and that's all that matters.
The LA launch currently in a bit of a position, down by 6. 8-2 against the New York Nitro. How do you stop the bleeding if you're LA?
Yeah, I mean, you just got to find one side out is where you start. It's not rocket science, as it were, but it's also a lot easier said than done when this New York team is playing like they are currently, and you're looking at Taylor Sander getting ready to fire from the end line.
0 errors, 2 block points, and an ace right now on the side of Crabb and Sander. And there's the first error we've really seen from the New York Nitro.
Yeah,
he took out the hair tie too. Maybe that's the fix.
Yeah, you got to let it flow. You can't be in a flow state if your hair's all tied up, kid.
Can't cage that mane. It's the delay at the top of the jump that just astounds me.
Well, and that's exactly what Kevin was talking about in his report, talking to Logan Weber, is that if you go up too high, and I would say he probably did there, Crabby can just find those angles and chop you up.
Changing the tempo and going with the one-footed approach.
There he does it again. I mean, it's almost like he's playing with his food.
Here's another number for you. 2 of LA's 3 points are from New York service errors. They've earned 1. And another ace, the middle doing some damage.
Yeah. Surprisingly, he's the one that's gotten the aces for New York, Taylor Crabb. Both of them of the same variety right there. The first one had the LA launch both going towards the sideline. This time they both went at the ball, but the result was the same.
With a crossbody swing, another error on the side of LA. I did not anticipate a lopsided score quite like this.
Nor did I. You know, sometimes if you're LA and you're in this position, you know, it's kind of like when you got a little bit of the shanks on the range. You want to try and get them all out there. See if you can't reboot fresh coming into the second set.
They say if you hit poorly on the range, you always hit perfectly on the course, right?
Right, right. Which is a clear indication that you're an amateur golfer if those two things somehow sync up.
There's the serve they need from Hagen Smith, getting New York out of system. And it's paired with a block. That's the LA we have come to know in 2025.
Yeah, that's nice work from LA. Just trying to see if they can't generate a little bit of momentum here. You would think that this first set is out of reach, but one never knows, I guess, until it reaches 15.
Smith and Weber need to dial up the service pressure. Just one ace on their side, and they have really been formidable at that skill. Here's another good one from off the net.
Oh my goodness.
Just unloading Taylor Crabb.
Now, keep in mind he's 6'1", ladies and gentlemen. Just elevating and teeing off. I mean, the extension through that ball is fantastic.
The bike is superb.
Yeah.
Unlike his brother, he can touch his toes.
You do like to give Trevor a hard time for lack of hamstring flexibility, don't you?
At least he agreed with me. Trevor Crabb, fellow pro with the AVP. Playing on the Palm Beach Passion alongside Phil Dahlhauser. Quick in system set. Hagen Smith. Denied. Rolling that set and everything just working in their favor.
The shoulder of Taylor Crabb is one of my favorite things to watch because he can load that thing. You know, if you think of a rubber band, the further you pull it back, the more snap it's going to have. And he can get that thing so far back behind him. He's going to be a crowd pleaser here, too. Oh, that one's right into the rafters. Tries the sky ball. Gets the requisite sound effect from DJ Rouchet down there.
That's when you're too good at the sky ball.
Yeah, that is maybe the only drawback to playing indoors is you can't let the sky ball fly as much as you might like.
That strong serve is swallowed up and spit right back out. 15-7. The New York Nitro are just playing flawlessly. I mean, we got to watch a highlight one more time of this swing. There's that arm swing you mentioned. It's almost as if he has no ligaments in his shoulder.
Yeah, going all the way away from his body with the shoulders square to the net. That is an impressive swing from Taylor Crabb. And we talked about how important his hitting efficiency is to their success. And there's no doubt he was north of that 444 number in that one.
In high school, he was supposed to be a libero, then a setter, and then all of a sudden he gets to college and he can do things like that. Becomes a National Player of the Year and an Olympian, and now in the AVP League. Welcome back to the AVP League Week 7 from Austin, Texas, as the New York Nitro are taking on the LA Launch. It's a men's matchup, and one that is currently in favor of the New York Nitro, clipping off set number 1 with a rather emphatic score, 15-7. And an efficiency that was just remarkable, hitting 700, and they have 2 aces on their side, 2 of which have come, or those coming from Taylor Crabb. But 2 of the best servers have yet to find an ace. That's Sander and Weber. And with some more on serving, here's Kevin Barnett.
Cam, you know those aces are coming in this match where serving has featured so brightly for both teams. So let's break it down a little bit for you. What goes into a top-level jump serve? We'll start looking at Hagen Smith here. And the first thing is, as he approaches and gives his own toss, you want to look at the height of that toss and then the lead. It's slightly in front of him. He's going to be able to reach up and snap on top of it. So let it go, and immediately here at contact, you see how he's extended. You want crisp contact, giving direction to the ball. Now, with location coming off your hand, you want it to go short, you want it to go deep, you want it to be line, you want it to be angle. And he was putting this all on display a few weeks ago, especially against San Diego, really tearing people up. If you can get your serve to double vector with some speed variance, that will get you some aces and some open sand for points just like that.
Double vector.
What's the vector, Victor?
But a great breakdown of Hagen Smith and his ability to impart his will from the service line. And again, both Smith and Sander, 2 of the best servers on the men's side. 0 aces. Hopefully they're going to come here in this second set. Another long extension for Taylor Sander. Nothing's getting by that net.
Yeah, and if you're Sander, I mean, you don't really need to take too much risk with your serve at this point. You're such a menace at the net, getting your 3rd block already. Look at the hang time. But if you're Hagen Smith, you need to start finding some aces and doing so quickly. This match is going to get away from you.
You know, we always look to the guys that are 6'7", 6'8" to be the best blockers on the men's side, but Sander is proving that he can be the best at 6'5". There's another recycled play. And just so sneaky.
It almost defies logic how smoothly and kind of slowly almost he can hit that ball and still be so crisp with it.
Here's a look. How do you slow the rubber band down?
Yeah, I think Logan is kind of ignoring a little bit of his own advice. He's up a little bit high on Crabb right now. Taylor's done a nice job of mixing it up between kind of the soft shots and the hammers. So you have to credit him, of course. But if you're Logan, you got to be a little more patient, a little bit more active with your hands, I think.
Saw the first option look. That means attacking on 2 on the side of the LA Launch. This is a duo that changed the right and left side, as did the New York Nitro prior to this year. Who was playing what?
Yeah, look at this step in. Logan does a nice job staying in front of it, but it's so tough defensively if you're Hagen Smith to kind of track what's going on there.
Moving into positive numbers are Smith and Weber with that last kill.
Yeah, that's when you know you're in a good groove as a blocker. Sander upset he didn't come up with that one as well.
Weber a little less of a threat from the service line, just needs to send this in. And let his block go to work. He doesn't go with a swing block. Transition opportunity. Smith at the net.
Oh my goodness.
Taylor Sander annihilates that ball.
Yeah, we talked about the sort of shoulder mobility of Taylor Crabb and how kind of far he can pull that shoulder back, but watch the speed with which Sander gets that shoulder through. I mean, it's a blur. Interesting celebrations coming out of Sander this evening.
From the right. And that ball left a rather large mark. I don't think there's any questioning whether that one hit the line.
Yeah, plenty of pace.
We're up in the rafters and we can see it.
My old eyes, I can see it, Cam.
You're not wearing glasses, though. You're doing all right. Tries to catch that. Taylor Crabb.
Yeah, I think he didn't make a football move, and so it's going to be incomplete there at the 10-yard line for Taylor Crabb.
No steps after the fact?
Yeah.
I mean, he did.
He just didn't have full control.
Straight up approach, Crabb here. He stays at the net. Split block look. They keep teasing everyone that they're going to go to this split block look more often, but somewhat rare.
Yeah, I think in transition here and there they'll do it, and Taylor Crabb is a sneaky good blocker. You can see he gets a lot of his hands on that swing from Hagen Smith, but they are in much better formation when Sanders at the net.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's their best move, but it's definitely the most fun.
Yeah.
It's like opposite ends of the spectrum. He has such a whip of an arm, and then in the same vein, you sit back in fear of that, and he just serves up the soft stuff.
Yeah, that shot in particular is so devastating because there's no trajectory on it, right? We saw Hagen run down the little loopy line shot a play ago. When he snaps it straight to the sand. Ooh. Hagen crunching one.
Hagen Smith, maybe that's the spark you need.
Yeah, I mean, it's 6 apiece, so they're right there. And you know that New York at times have a tendency to let up a little bit. So if you're LA, you just got to see if you can't keep working yourself back in, keep firing that serve.
And just as soon as you feel like you got something working in your favor, another side out.
Yeah, you just remind yourself, though, that
you're in it.
Yeah, you're in it, and even if Taylor Sander bounces one to the upper deck, it's still only worth 1 point.
Drive for show, putt for dough. Why not another golf reference? Beautiful set. The slide is good. They're going to challenge this. The ball mark does look like it is just out. Did it catch?
Yeah, so what happens here, right, is you can challenge a call. Our up official, John King, will get off the stand. Let's see if we can see on the replay. Yeah, tough to tell. The flag goes down immediately, and they're having a conversation now. The caveat is if the line jumps. Kevin Barnett's got a close look at it, Kevin.
The slowest climb from John King.
So that's the indication there. John King is saying that the line official saw the line skip. The ball mark can be out, but if it catches the nylon that Kevin chronicled for us earlier, that is a good hit, and it was a good hit from Taylor Crabb.
A tight set 2 here in Austin, Texas, between the New York Nitro and the LA Launch. New York has been superb, looking to close out in set number 2.
we have to play a little bit different. Me and Taylor are a little bit more flashy. We want to make the incredible plays. I think that's why a lot of the fans like to watch us play, is because we're trying to have fun and put on a show for people and trying to bring something a little bit more unique. But I think that's the fun of the game, is everybody can play it in a different way and make it their own.
What happens when you pair joy with ultimate skill.
Yeah, and immense talent, both of those two.
Kevin Barnett is down on the sand. How's it going down there, Kev?
Well, for every pair, it's a little bit different in how you keep yourself loose, ready to play, and in the zone. Looking at the LA launch box, through much of that, the Kiss Cam was up here inside HEB Arena, and they were enjoying, and I mean, Hagen Smith was really enjoying all the action, the cold play references that were happening, and that was what was happening until the last 30 seconds. Then it was time to get back to business before heading out on the sand, but certainly the LA launch are keeping it loose and fun here tonight.
I mean, what else can you do, especially against a team that is playing quite perfectly in the New York Nitro? They are, though, in this second set. They have reset the mechanism and are right back in it.
Yeah, that's been pretty consistent for LA, I think. At other stops, they've been more, kind of a less is more type of a team in timeouts.
They like to play free, and they're going to have to play some defense. And that is the first block for Logan Weber, and what a time to find one.
Yeah, I think Sander was going for the highlight reel play, and it was going to happen one way or the other. Logan doing a nice job getting his hands over.
Oh, I took a block away from him. He's got two. These two teams at the top of the list in terms of opponent hitting efficiency. Meaning they're able to slow teams down, and that has not been the case tonight, though, for Crab and Sander, as they are hitting 650. Logan Weber and Hagen Smith traditionally holding teams to about the 300 mark. And good ones at that. Benish, Partain, their first matchup. Buttinger and Evans, their second, a three-set win, another three-set win over Buttinger and Evans. As that is gone into the stands, a souvenir here in Austin.
Yeah, that he makes that look so easy. That is anything but easy to serve, sprint all the way into the net, and then attack that ball with that level of force and precision. Sander putting on a show here this evening.
The 4-1 run. This time he gets to the net quickly. LA trying to move their offense.
Yeah, good response. They need to see if they can't find something defensively, though, and this is where it needs to start. Hagen hasn't been able to find any aces yet this evening.
Just 8 combined digs between these two teams through 2 sets played, if that says anything. There's the serve they need.
Yeah, the acoustics on that alone were impressive, Cam. We could hear the pop all the way up in our booth up here. Extra crunch on that. That'll bring in the lower 2 abs, I think, when you pike on the ball that hard.
I think we need full sound on the replays. Some solid heckling happening here in Austin, too. Hopefully you caught that on the hot mic. Again, the New York Nitro sitting at 4-2, 4th on the men's standings. Looking to get now to 5-2, as there's the double axe handle. Hagen without approach. Drops one right on Crab.
Yeah, that's a great swing in transition from Hagen. Good job to kind of stay in it after Crab made the good dig on his side of the net. That is impressive athleticism from Hagen. No approach, almost jumping backwards and teeing off on that ball. Nice elevation on the short serve.
He's calling boom before he ever makes contact.
Yeah, that's him, or that might be some of the fans in the crowd. I mean, everybody loving the fireworks on display in this match. It is not short on power.
A resounding echo in HEB. Tries to go with the spinner across court. 12-11. The LA launch, we've been saying it all season. The Darlings at 4-0, a rookie duo at that. Taking down Olympians left and right. Hagan needs a dig.
Yeah, that's when it starts to get frustrating because that's a tremendous serve, but Taylor Crabb passing dimes out there. Can't ask for a much better serve from Hagan Smith.
Both these teams have clinched a spot into Chicago. You'll get a chance to see them chase after the Pairs Championship. It's just a matter of seeding now. Match point for the New York Nitro. This would definitely help their seeding. Asking for another sky ball. The last one found the rafters.
Yeah, do you have to look at the roof and kind of see if there's any open spots? Yeah, just the quick serve.
That's not going to work against Crabb.
Yeah, that's one thing I do love about Taylor, though, is he is not going to go down quietly, right? He's trying to give a show one way or another. He was looking to tee off on that ball.
Match point. And after all that fun, it ends on a missed serve. The New York Nitro improved to 5-2, taking down the unbeaten LA Launch. Another giant falls in Austin.
AVP League on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by Wilson, the official ball of the AVP.
The New York Nitro improved to third in the men's standings, overtaking Dallas Dream. Right now, they are courtside with Kevin Barnett.
Taylor with the victory. Taylor Crabb, was that easier than expected?
I mean, it's a good team, but we had to derail that hype train, you know what I mean? So it's a good win. We played well. It's always nice to have a clean game like that. And yeah, it's a big win for us. We need to win tomorrow and have a contention of taking first or second in the league to get that bye.
Yeah, looking forward to that bye. Taylor, big serving, big swings. When are you deciding to shoot or swing? It seems like you're swinging quite a bit.
Yeah, I mean, it's just more fun to swing, and it's more comfortable for me. So Taylor's one of the best setters in the world, so I just pass it anywhere, and he can give me a good ball to hit. But yeah, clean performance from top to bottom. We're stoked on that for sure.
You guys work a little bit on the entertainment aspect of things. I know that. I see out here working on it while you're practicing. How much are you putting silly, fun plays into your play?
I mean, that's just who we are. We both grew up playing beach without a coach. You know, it was just us with our friends going down on the beach and fooling around, and that's kind of what we're still doing today. You know, just playing with our athleticism and just having fun.
All right, Nitro successful here in Austin. Looking towards Chicago. Thanks, boys.
The New York Nitro made a shift 2 weeks ago in New York, moving up the leaderboard, and right now they sit at 5th place. But on the individual and the pairing side, they just moved into 3rd place. Taylor Crabb and Taylor Sander, a phenomenal performance. 2 Goliaths fall this evening. Team TKN. And on the other side, the LA launch, big wins here in night 1 from Austin. For Kevin Barnett, Rich Lamborn, and our entire crew, I am Cameron Irwin. This has been a presentation of CBS Sports Network, the 24-hour home of CBS Sports.